Hey guys, happy Thursday. Today this is our 10 at 10. Today's September 21st, 2023. Today I'm going to talk about buyer's agency in the MLS. Right? Way back in the day, right? Realtors, we created associations, local groups of realtors that all work together to help sellers and buyers come together. We were the conduit in the middle. Way back in the day, right? They it was tricky, right? Like you younger folks, imagine if there was no internet, right? There were like uh cards about that big that had a teeny tiny little picture. Sometimes it had a little teeny tiny picture of a house, and it had just 4 or 5 lines of information about the house, and that was it. And these cards were distributed amongst local realtors, right, in that association, that and on a regular basis, like every month. And you'd have to take out the cards that sold, and then you'd have to put the cards back in that were new listings. And that was realtor associations and how they worked back in the day. And then what happened were realtors, right, pooled their money and built an MLS, right? So you think about it, realtors, local realtors in an association pool their money to create an MLS. And they did that to help each other so they could all cooperate as a group to help sellers and buyers come together. Again, we were the conduit, right? As time has gone on, things have changed, right? Our MLSs have joined. Actually, I'll take it back, a lot of associations have merged and become much larger. In addition to that, right, the MLSs have merged. And then after that, all of a sudden there were MLSs that were talking to one another and joining partnerships and this, that, and the other thing. And all of a sudden, homes were being, information about homes was being communicated over larger groups of realtors, right? And it was in this sense, right, from the very beginning, that the term cooperation came about, right? Realtors, local realtors within the association cooperated with each other, and only with each other, right? The term cooperation in some sense means compensation, right? So in the MLS, there has always been, even when it was the little cards, is the listing agent cooperating with the other agents in the association? And if they were cooperating, how much compensation were they offering to bring a buyer, write an offer, come to terms, and get to closing, right? Cooperation and consideration, two really, really important parts of the original MLS. In our MLS today, it's still two very important things. It always has been. And again, in the beginning, where all of this information came from was realtors pooling their money to help cooperate with each other. And now, obviously, things have changed. Things have morphed, right? We have Zillow out there. And I'm not going to say Zillow steals our information that we put into our local MLS, because it's not really stealing. They've asked permission, and in most cases, in almost all cases, right, us realtor associations and realtors individually gladly give up that information because Zillow has done a better job of marketing homes in some cases, right? However, the form of cooperation and consideration aren't really a part of Zillow in the original sense, right? So as things have changed, these outside forces have, come down upon us. And within a month or two, the consideration portion of the MLS is going to be gone. And it's going to be really important that we understand how to function as buyers agents and showing our value and the hundreds of things we do on behalf of a buyer. And that whole decoupling of commissions is going to be an important factor of whether we're successful or unsuccessful moving forward in our industry. And some of us think, dang, we're the ones who started the MLS. We're the ones, and again, it's before me, right? But but you know, we as realtors created this system to cooperate with each other, and it's now these outside forces that are causing it to change. And I'm not saying that change is bad, and I'm not saying that this change is going to be bad for us. We just have to be prepared for it and ready, willing, and able to adapt before, right, before the others. And I think we're going to be able to do that. We're working on putting some strategies together that's going to help us, when it comes to getting buyers to understand the value that we bring to the table. We're putting strategies together to show our value to the sellers in the way things are going to change. I do believe that sellers are still going to be able to compensate a buyer's agent, but whether they can offer that compensation through the MLS is going to be different. We're going to have to start thinking outside the box when it comes to that. And I know we're putting strategies together. These 10 at 10s are going to be an important place for our agents to understand, to get some strategies, and to really succeed in our industry moving forward. The settlement of some of these lawsuits, especially with NAR, it's going to be huge, and it's going to happen within a few weeks. So I know you guys know that, but I just wanted to lay this out and give you a little bit of history, right? I guess today I'm a history teacher. I kind of like that, teaching history. But that is how the MLS was started, it's how it was formed, and why. And the why is going to change entirely, right? And yeah, and the function of it is going to change too. So anyhow, I hope you have a great day. Do your best to make today awesome.